Welcome to Malcom Reed's How to Barbecue Right, a podcast where we talk about barbecue, share recipes, and discuss all things delicious. And now, here's your host, Malcom and Rochelle Reed.
Hey, welcome back to the How to Barbecue Right podcast. I'm your host, Malcom Reed, joined by my lovely and talented wife, Miss Southern Shell, and we got Tyler at the board. Shell, how's it going?
It's going good. It's going great, actually. I feel like we're headed downhill.
Headed downhill. We got past that huge grand opening event, and now we're getting ready to kick off the spring barbecue season. We've got a lot of stuff on the horizon.
Yeah.
And a lot of fun videos I got planned out. You're going on vacation with the kids for spring break.
I did want to talk about one thing real quick.
All right.
We are doing our a big fundraiser this year.
Yes, the Palmer Home thing.
Yep.
That's what we're going to talk about. Awesome.
So the Palmer Home, for everybody who doesn't know, they're kind of a local Mississippi charity, but they basically help children that are in bad situations. They provide a foster care, or they provide homes, or they even provide some services for women who are in prison for their babies. But their goal is to basically keep children out of the system, provide them a stable life with the hopes of either reuniting them with their families once, hopefully their families get back on their feet.
Yeah, definitely.
And or helping them transition into successful adulthood. And so that's the services they provide, which I like the fact that when we give money to the Palmer Home, I feel like it goes directly to the Palmer Home.
And they're here in Hernando.
Yeah.
They've got a huge campus here in Hernando where I don't know how many houses do they have there where they house.
It's at least 8, I think.
Yeah, but they take care of a lot of kids here at the local level for us, and that's why we choose anytime we can to help them out as much as we can. And so that's what this whole drive is about. We set a goal. What's the goal that we set?
It's called Feed a Family so they have houses that like a mother and a father will donate their time
and
to
live
go
there
in
full time
and live there, and they put anywhere between 6 to 8 children in this house. So it's a big family. It's not like a 3-person family. So it typically costs $20,000 to feed that family for a year. And I told them we were doing it, and we're doing it. I don't know how we're going to do it.
Well, we're going to use every means we can to raise some, money for the Palmer Home this year. I think that's a good goal, and I think it's something we can work towards this year.
We got till Labor Day, so
we ain't got long then.
Wait, which one's first, Labor Day or Memorial Day?
Labor Day's in September, so that's the last big grilling holiday of the year.
Yeah, that's our big. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna raise $20,000 and feed a family for a year.
So, how are you gonna donate? Is there a link to donate to this on our website?
Yeah, it'll be out everywhere. Yeah, I'll be posting it a lot, and we're doing this. This thing that's really cool is so you can either donate and help to feed the family, or you can become a fundraiser for us, and you can reach out to your friends, your family, and raise money. It goes into the same pot for this Feed a Family campaign, but you get credit for it. And the top 5 people that raise money, we're doing a special VIP class in the fall.
Yeah, basically you're going to come hang out with me. Yeah. We're going to cook a bunch of good stuff.
We're going
to learn you something, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah. So it'll be like the top 5 people get 2 tickets, basically. So you and a friend, or you and your wife or your husband or whatever, and we're going to do a big, nice.
No donation amount's too small with them, right? Every dollar counts.
Oh, if we raised over $20,000, I'd cry.
Oh, that's good. Well, that's a good goal and a good something for us to work on this year.
Yeah, and so we'll be making announcements for that special VIP class, and the only way you can be part of it will be to
it's going to be totally it's going to be a 10-person thing.
Yep.
Exclusive. We may go to La Siesta.
Oh yeah, we're going to. We
may break out the cracker beer funnel. It's going to be a lot of fun. You immerse yourself in what I like to do.
Yeah.
And we're going to cook stuff. So I like doing that. We may take a little barbecue crawl or something.
Yeah. We haven't planned it out.
We may go shoot guns.
George Strait.
Yeah. George Strait might show up. That's kind of our running joke, Tyler. We're going to get George Strait here in Hernando.
Let's keep that going.
Let's keep that going.
Hey,
we can get George Strait here. I don't know. He don't like barbecue. He seems like a guy that would like brisket, doesn't he?
Yeah. grand opening was a huge success.
It was. We had a blast. I can't thank everybody that came out. First of all, that supported us in the community, people that traveled, all of my buddies that helped us. I mean, the guests that came. It was a lot of fun. The weather was perfect.
Yeah,
that made
we got
a lot
lucky
of
on
it.
the weather.
But I'm surprised. I'm glad we didn't get shut down because we didn't know. You know, we said we are going to have a grand opening event. We're going to pull the grills out and do some cooking, and and then
pass out food.
Yeah, and then thousands came. I don't really know the count. We're going to come up with a way to count it. I want this to be like we've talked about it, here at the office. So we're going to try to make this a yearly thing. I don't know what we're going to call it. If it's going to be the, grand. What would you put annual?
I don't
like
know.
an annual celebration or How to Barbecue Right Fest or whatever we want to call it.
How to Barbecue Right Fest is top of the list, but if we get something better,
I could see that being something bigger than we can handle here. We're going to have to find a location for that.
You know how I'm already thinking.
Oh yeah, I do. You're thinking stage, bands, contest, demos, giveaways.
George Strait.
So, hey, if anybody's good at planning stuff, we may need some help.
What did you expect?
I expected us to pull some grills out, cook some meat like we do, and people come by and just hang out with us and talk a little bit about the grills and eat a little bit of food.
And that's kind of what happened. It just happened.
That happened. It just happened on a huge scale. Like it was crazy. Like I didn't get a chance to stop.
Yeah.
I had planned okay, every time we get ready to pass out something different, I'm going to go over and talk a little bit about what each thing is. Oh, there was none of that. You couldn't. Every time I turned around, there was somebody grabbing questions. I was trying to answer every question, take every picture, sign every autograph.
Yeah.
Whatever the people wanted, I was trying to be there and be a part of it. Radio station was here, so they kept grabbing me to do spots on the radio, and it was fun.
It was fun.
It went by so fast. It was 8 hours. Like we got here earlier than that.
Yeah, I mean, first I want to talk about Friday.
What was Friday?
So Friday we recorded a podcast with Stale Cracker and Chad from Traeger.
That's right.
And that one's already up. You can go.
Did that go? See, I lost track of all that. It was like we didn't know. Me and you were going to do a podcast, and we said if they got here, they were going to see if we could pull in some for 30 minutes each and do some talking. And I didn't even know. I know we got back to the office. Those two guys were here at the same time. I said, let's go. We recorded that. We were rushing to go to Friday night dinner, and that everything was making sure everything was lined out for the next day. And I don't even know the podcast got released. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Man.
We could have done a full hour with both. We just kind of grabbed each of them for 30 minutes.
Yeah. That was cool. I need to go back and listen to it because I
don't
even know what I said.
We know Chad. You talked to Chad, but we don't know Stale Cracker.
That was the first time I ever met him. I went and picked him up at the hotel
and said, "Hey guys."
I talked to him for 10 minutes, and then we jumped on a podcast. So it was I was prepping him. He was like, he had stipulations like he didn't want us to, talk about certain things or whatever. And I understand that. Or he's been on different podcasts where they've kind of made fun of him because his thing is a little bit of an act. He knows that.
Yeah.
He's cooking good food, but the whole thing is part of the TikTok show,
Yeah.
And I respect that. I like that a lot.
Heck yeah, you love a good.
I love a good character, I need to develop me one. But yeah. So, and it was interesting getting to know him and what he's doing. And
what do you think of Stale Cracker?
I think he's a great guy. I invited him back to go hunting with me. He's like his dad's 78 years old and loves to hunt. And I said, man, y'all got to come back up here. We're going to cook some Cajun food. We're going to go deer hunting. We're going to do all kinds of stuff. So he's like, he wanted to let Michael come down and spend a week with him in the
swamp.
Down in swamps, Louisiana. He's like, for summer camp. I said, that's better than camp, son. You need to go down there and do that. He will learn you something. You might lose a digit or two. But chances are you'd have to sign a waiver to go down there for a while. But hey, that's all part of learning.
It'll toughen him up.
I wish my dad would have sent me to the swamp when I was 11. Might have another perspective on things.
But I liked him because, I didn't know what to expect, with him. Because, he's got a big shtick on TikTok. And he's only been doing it for like 5 or 6 months.
Oh yeah, that was the one thing I took away from him. He don't know what he's getting into. I mean, 5 months to be doing this 5 months or so, and he's already got like 2.5 million followers. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's just a beast he's created.
They're just trying to keep up with
people
the
bombarding
demand
him
for merch and
well, he was, and that's one thing he was kind of hesitant about going and doing stuff because he's getting approached at all angles.
Yeah.
people want to take advantage of him, and he's trying to sort through what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
So he didn't know what to expect from us. If it was one of those, we're bringing him to a used car lot, to to put on a show, or if it was going to be something real. And I think once he kind of got loosened up and hung out with us, he kind of jumped right in. I mean, he was in feet first from the get go, and it was great. What I really respect him for was we were out there and bombarded by all these people. A lot of people came to see him too, and every single kid,
a lot of kids
that came to see him, he would take them, he would bring them up there, he would take the time to personally talk to them one-on-one for as much time as the kid wanted. I mean, he had one kid that stood out there and stirred the jambalaya pot with him for what seemed like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And he was going on with the kid. I mean, and even the younger, teenagers and young people and all that. He took the time to talk to those guys and take pictures, and there was no attitude. It was just genuine, and I thought that was cool the way he talked to them. He stayed in character, but there was one thing. I don't know if I should tell this or not, but there was one. I call him a kid. He was probably 19, 20. Showed up
as a kid.
Had his shirt off, had on some overalls, he's a good old boy.
Yeah.
And he had a tattoo of like the beer bong that he has on him. And it was like, what's his saying? That let's get it, dude, or whatever. Yeah. So he had that tattooed on him. And he wanted Stale Cracker to sign it on his side, like right across, all across the side of his body. And he was going to go get that tattoo that day. And so he was like, hold on, wait a minute. And so he kind of jumped out of character a little bit and pulled that guy to the side and said, man, don't do that to your body. This is all fun and games, and I appreciate you, liking me and liking what I do and supporting, but don't do something like that. He was man to man with that guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's really cool that he would do that, because a lot of people won't. They would just not think twice about it, go get it, funnel a beer and all that.
Yeah, tag me on Instagram.
Yeah, tag me on Instagram. But no, not him. I mean, he was real. That was a genuine side. And I don't know if a lot of people saw that, but I kind of picked up on it, so I thought that was cool. Yeah. I didn't really. I mean, he was out of here. Well, he stayed all day with us. He only stayed like 24 hours, Tyler, something like that. He come in Friday afternoon, and right by the event was over, they were having to go back to Louisiana. Mm-hmm. Probably had crawfish traps to check or something. but yeah, so he was in and out. So I didn't get to spend like a lot of one-on-one time talking to him, but the time we did, it was cool.
Yeah. Do you think there's anybody out there with a Malcom tattoo?
I doubt it. I hope not. I hope not.
So Friday night.
I say that, and I got a Waylon Jennings tattoo on my arm, so.
But not a shell.
But not a shell. Yeah, I need to get me one, don't
I don't know. Maybe. You do what you think's best.
That's right. Tyler booked me an appointment, man. I need to go see Flea of Easy Flea Tattoos. I got to get a tattoo.
So Friday night, we kind of packed up. As soon as we got the podcast done, we packed up. We went to the Mexican joint. We went to show them
La Siesta, the number one Mexican place in Hernando.
Malcolm's number one pick.
Hernando's finest, yeah. That's where I take all my guests, to La Siesta.
Which I kind of want to paint the picture of La Siesta for those who haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's in like an old rundown.
It was a Piggly Wiggly back in the day,
okay.
I think, or a Big Store. Something like that. Was that what it was?
Big Star.
Yeah. Shopping center, old school, built back probably in the 60s.
Yeah.
It's now it's like there's a Subway on one end, there's a nail place, there's a tax place, there's a consignment store, and then there's La Siesta.
Yes. And it's exactly what you'd think,
Crown Jewel, Fernando.
The old tables, just
it's
basic
just like
chairs.
any barbecue, any Mexican restaurant, America.
Yeah.
When you go to town, they've got the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
It's the standard. The chips and salsa, the margaritas are flowing, the white cheese dip.
And anytime you hit the door, there's a lot of stuff going on in La Siesta.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot. It's buzzing.
It's packed.
It's
always
is.
packed because the food's good.
And it's
they've
fun.
got polo tapatillas and molcajetes.
So we took them to La Siesta.
I splurged on stale cracker. I said, man, look, molcajetes on me. You got to try it. He tried it on a cracker too. I think he put a TikTok out. Did he do it or did you do it, Tyler?
We did it.
We did it? Yeah.
The funniest
I recorded that. That was me recording that. The camera work wasn't bad, was it?
No, it was great, man.
The funniest thing was instead of putting down a basket of chips in front of the stale cracker, they put down a basket of crackers.
We brought a box of crackers that'll fill up the tortilla basket and bring them out. He loved it. He put gringo on them. He was putting everything on a cracker. But yeah, that was fun. So he gave me, and then I didn't know he was giving me one of his beer bongs. He brought it out. What's it? A Kong beer bong is what it's called, I think.
Yeah.
So, of course, we all ordered big jumbo margaritas, and he gave me that and gave me one of his tool belts. Of course, that thing's extra medium on me.
Yeah.
And Michael wears it. But the beer bong, I said, you can't give this to me right now and not expect me to use it. So round of Miller Lights, and there we go. Next thing you know, La Siesta restaurant, we're 25 deep. The restaurant's full, and I'm in there chugging beers.
About that time.
Probably wasn't a proud moment for everybody, but I did it.
Oh, no, I was very proud.
Was you very proud? And then the tequila shot started flowing. Yeah, that was a good night.
And then we had to get up at 4:45.
Yeah, the next morning. That was not a good morning. I boot and rallied.
Yeah.
It was good to go. I was feeling it on Saturday. I was excited. That's
the
day.
adrenaline was pumping.
Because you don't know what to expect. But it was a lot.
And we didn't stay out late. We were back home by like 10, 9:30, 10.
I was in bed by 10.
Yeah.
That's the thing about going to Mexican restaurants. They close at 10. I don't think they stay open late. So
they fit our old people's.
We didn't close it. Did we close it down?
I mean, it was. People were leaving,
yeah,
but we didn't close it down.
We had Jake doing designated driver role, getting everybody home safe. I appreciate Jake. Nobody knows him. Shout out to Uncle Pookie Smokers.
Yeah. Oh, no, Jake's a staple at HowtoBBQRight.
You got to have you some kids about 17, 18-year-olds that could drive. That's how we roll.
So Saturday morning, we got here, we set up. It was like a whirlwind. Traeger came and they passed out warm potato salad. They did cookies on the grill. They did cinnamon apples.
Ribeye rice.
And
pork loins, glazed, apricot Traeger glazed pork loins. They did something really good. It was pieces of, it was Italian sausage. They took like a link of Italian sausage and split it in thirds and then wrapped it in seasoned boneless, skinless thighs and then cooked it on the Traegers and then served it with the sauce too.
That's a good idea. And I talked to them, and they had a really good point. They were like, most people who come to events like this, they got a barbecue in their backyard. They know how to do ribs. They know how to do pulled pork. But if you show them how to do, you want to show them how to do something that's dinner. They can cook desserts. They can cook breakfast. You want to give them new recipes, new ideas.
More uses for, those grills.
So they can cook more than just on Saturdays.
But, of course, we hit them with all the staples. We did the ribs. We did TX style ribs, like the whole BFO full of them. The big freaking outlaw. That was cool. And then we did pork butts. We did pulled pork. We did barbecue bologna. We did ribeye steaks. We did tri-tips. We did a whole strip loin prime rib style.
I have a question for you about that.
Yeah.
So when I was passing out the strip loin, because we cut it up into cubes and was passing it out, people, I'd say it's strip loin, and they were like, huh? So I just started saying, it's prime rib.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
It just comes back further off the,
okay.
The New York strips cut out of the strip loin. T-bones are cut out of the strip loin. Porterhouse steaks are cut out of the strip loin. The ribeye is a little more up closer to the chucky and the shoulder end as it tails back. So you know how the ribeye, you start seeing it up at the chuck end, it's got the three eye muscles. The spinalis is more defined. It's got the little bitty heart muscle, and it's got the eye of the ribeye.
And that's closer to the
strip
head.
loin turns into that eye of that ribeye. As you cut your ribeye back, the eye grows. Eventually, that spinalis muscle goes away, and it just becomes the strip all the way back down until you get back to the sirloin.
Gotcha. So telling them
a little bit of beef anatomy.
I like your beef anatomy lessons. So telling them it was prime rib is probably
it was okay. That, a lot of times I'll buy the strip loin's cheaper. It's just as good. You don't have as much fat on it, but it has a nice little fat cap on it, so you get some flavor from it. But just about you don't have as much loss due to thick fat.
Yeah.
Because in that ribeye or a traditional prime rib roast, which is the whole ribeye, it's got a big layer of fat that separates all those muscle groups in it, and so you do lose some, and then some people have an aversion to eating that fat. Rare to medium rare.
What?
Yeah. But the strip loin yields a little more, and it's cheaper, so that's why I went with it.
And really, when you're cooking it, it's a big roast.
I saved a little money cooking strip loin that day.
We also did pork belly burn ends.
Did pork belly burn ends. Heath Ross came and did pork belly burn ends and jumped in on the ribs.
Jamie cooked several pork butts for us.
Yeah,
and he used sausage seasoning.
that's right. That's the Jamie Williams secret. He
So how does he do it?
he takes like either some the barbecue rub or some grind or a mixture of both, and about, I don't know, 1 cup of turbinado sugar, and mixes it with the whole pound of the spicy sausage seasoning. You can use regular sausage seasoning too, but it just has a unique flavor because that sausage seasoning has plenty of salt and pepper in it, but it also has like sage. It's if you've had good breakfast sausage, that's what's in it. But when you mix it with the barbecue seasonings and a little more sugar, it makes a dang good rub. And that was one when they used to do fundraisers or any kind of big cooking, their dad always used that. That was like their base layer season. They used, what's the old fashioned legs or something like that? Old fashioned country sausage.
And that brown.
Yeah. And then I came out with mine.
package.
I said, man, give this a try because I'm trying to make something better than legs. So, and it is. It's really good. I'm going to do some recipes with it coming up. I've got some ideas other than, it's great for making your own sausage. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
My mom always, she'd buy pork butts or, get trimmings of pork and grind her own sausage because, one, it's cheaper to make it home. And then two, you know what's in that sausage instead of just going and buying a tube of it at the grocery store. You can control the fat content.
Yeah.
You can control the flavor.
Get more flavor.
And so I said, you know what? That's a great product. So I said, Mom, let me have your recipes. So I worked with her on those.
We also did smoked sausage balls. Those are a big hit.
Yeah.
We needed
Yep, we did.
a lot more, but
Oh, I knew when you said 5 packs, I was like, well, maybe 50 packs would have been good.
but those
You did hot dogs for the kids?
yeah, we did over 100 hot dogs. Those were
Those were a hit. Even the mayor was eating a hot dog back there. That's old Tom had a hot dog. I was like, hey, good old smoked dog. Well,
we did.
probably need to run through who all we need
yeah.
to thank before we get started. We already mentioned Stalekracker and Chad, but Heath Riles,
him and his wife Candace,
Mark and Jamie from Swine Life. Of course, they work here, so they were going to be here regardless. Jay Durbin from Tennessee Mojo
and his wife
helped
Jamie.
Josh Hawkins, he came and helped us out. Born in Hawkins Insurance. They donated a cooler to give away. We had a bunch of cool giveaways, so that was kind of our high end giveaway that day. If you made a purchase in the store, you got a raffle ticket, and they supplied a cooler for us to give away. I should have got the lady's name. Tyler, you remember the lady's name that won that? It's like Tara something, maybe.
Something like that.
I would share that. I don't know if we got a picture already picking that up. But
Brian Wesson came.
Brian Wesson, son of a butcher, he ran the drum for me.
Yeah.
And he did an awesome job. And those tri-tips were phenomenal. The ribeye steaks, he reverse seared them. He did the strip loin on the Outlaw too.
Yeah.
Who am I forgetting? Austin Dykers came. What's his Piggy Smalls?
Piggy Smalls.
Yeah. We had a bunch of good help.
Barbecue Ninja came.
Craig, I can't forget, man. Royal Oak, he came. They were passing out all kinds of Royal Oak swag, giving out coupons for free bags of charcoal and stuff. And he brought stickers and hats and aprons. And
Emily
the
came.
Ninja was in effect.
Emily helps.
Who's Emily? Swine Life Emily? Oh, okay, yeah. That's part of the package. Mr. Fate, their dad came out and helped us. It was all hands
Michael
on
Scott,
deck.
he
Michael
helped.
Scott, local guy, yeah. And we're going to have a lot of opportunities if anybody's in the area and they're into doing stuff like that. We kind of got this ambassadorship going. If you want to come out and learn and then kind of be a part of what we're doing, man, we welcome people to come talk to us at the shop.
Yeah. But
there's people that came from all over. I was surprised. We had people somebody flew in from Alaska. There's somebody from UK here that
Michigan,
come in. There's people from Florida, Michigan,
Illinois,
Texas, Louisiana. Of course, the tri-states around us. People came from Carolina. I was amazed by how far people traveled just to come out to the shop grand opening.
And a little plug for
awesome. I appreciate everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just felt so appreciative at the end of the day of everyone. Just a little plug for our Let's Get to Cooking community. A lot of those guys came out.
Yes, yeah. Yes.
And a lot of them went to La Siesta Saturday night.
Oh, really?
Did they get
I didn't get them to change that Polo Tapatilla stuff, or just put a Malcolm's favorite on it. Think we can do that, Tyler? Think we can talk to them? Hey guys,
put that on your list.
Put it on the menu. We need to
get the restaurant to change.
We'll star them. We'll put like.
Folks are asking about the Reaper Challenge. want to know if you are going to do
It's under development.
So talk about the Reaper.
So I've got this hot jerky. To me, it's hot. It may not be. I mean, some people say it's not that hot. I've heard that.
Some people
To
say
me,
it's the hottest thing they've ever
some people
eaten.
say it's the hottest thing they've ever ate. I mean, it's made out of Carolina Reaper. You use Carolina Reaper in it to kick the spice up. You expect it to be a little warm, but the flavor of it's phenomenal. So I got this idea. If you come in the shop and you're willing to eat the whole pack, we're going to shout you out on social media for one, right? We may just record it.
You got
to use it. You're going to have to sign a waiver first. You got to eat the whole pack, sign a waiver, and you're going to get a T-shirt, and you're going to get shouted out on social media. Probably take your picture.
Put a wall of fame up.
Yeah, probably take your picture. Put a wall of fame up on whoever does it. But we got to figure out a way because people are saying, how can they do this online without coming in? So I thought about what we thought we might create this little pack where it's the challenge pack. You don't really get anything. You're going to get you'll get the Reaper jerky and a T-shirt and I don't know, a Survive sticker or something. I don't know. But if you share it with us on social media, if you share it on your social media and tag us in it, we may use it. And if we use it, we'll send you something special.
Absolutely.
Something like that. Because I figured that's a way. I mean, you remember so what got me thinking about that was that there used to be there was a big thing going on. Was it Pocky chips or it was like a ghost pepper?
Taki.
No, it was I think it was Pocky.
Taki?
P-A-K.
Or Q.
You have to look that up. Yeah. Pocky or Pocky. But it was this one little chip.
Okay.
One chip. It looked about the size of a Dorito. Came in this box, like a little coffin-like box. And there was a big thing going on social media where people were, taking the Pocky challenge, see if they could survive it and put it on social media. I don't think they got anything for it. But
It's P-A-Q-U-I.
how do you say that? Pocky.
The take the one chip challenge.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to do the whole Reaper bag challenge. And so a lot of people that try the Reaper, they'll just get them a bite and say, oh, this ain't bad. No, you got to eat the pack. And I don't think it's much. What's a pack of jerky? Couple ounces? It's not a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's not a whole lot.
But
don't plan on doing something for about 30 minutes when you do it. And it's probably going to hurt you more on the second go than it will first go.
I took a tiny little bite.
Was it hot to you?
Yeah. Yeah, I regretted taking that tiny little bite.
Oh, I ate some yesterday. I've done about built a tolerance up for it. But the flavor on it is
y'all
really
get a
good.
little nip every now and then.
I keep a pack in my office just, hey, y'all want to try something hot? It's a rush. I mean, you're like, wow, if I'm sitting there in the office and I'm getting tired or something, I'll reach over in the Reaper drawer. I got another one. I call it Hot AF, and it's made out of ghost pepper, and it'll give the Reaper a run for its money. What if you had to eat hotter? They're both hot. They're both hot to me. I'm a wuss when it comes to hot stuff. I'm trying to work up towards it. None of these guys that are chili heads that eat all this stuff, it's not even fair. It's really for people that
regulars.
Yeah, it's for regulars. If there's going to be people, oh, this ain't hot at all. I could eat this with my Cheerios or whatever. Hey, yeah, that's great. You got an iron gut. Something's wrong.
Good for you.
Yeah. There was a kid that came in the shop. He ate it like it was M&M's. He was like, this ain't nothing. I was like, well, you probably need to go get COVID tested. I think you lost all your taste. I was like, get back from that kid. Put your mask on. He's eating it like it's nothing. What have they been feeding this kid at home? Just Tabascos for breakfast?
I'm waiting to try it till the.
Have you not tried it yet?
No, I want to go live with it.
Okay.
For my first impression.
Well, once we get it officially going, we're going to go to the front counter.
We need to get everybody up there doing the challenge.
It's one of those things, how like in the military or police academy, like you can't use pepper spray or tear gas until you get it done to you. I feel like that. I mean, I need to do the challenge myself, or I shouldn't be able to issue it to somebody.
That's fair.
I don't want to be sick. I know it's going to hurt. You just got to power through it. I haven't even dumped a pack out to see how much it is, because in the bag I can break off a piece, and
Yeah. Just get a little plug.
Now, do we say, like, when we say you got to eat the jerky, does it mean every pepper flake that's in there, it's got to be like a clean plate, or can there be some remnants on the plate?
You got some wing eating rules,
Yeah.
I just think you got to make a time limit, because you want people to be like,
oh, yeah, no, it's got to go down. Yeah, it's got to go down. You don't get 30 minutes or nothing like that. No, that ain't fair.
If you don't have it down in 5 minutes, you ain't getting
if you can't eat that much jerky in 5 minutes, something's wrong. No drinks either for 30. You can't drink anything for 30 minutes.
Who's going to say? Okay.
You got to make it 30 minutes. They're going to hang out. We're going to put them on the clock. I don't know. Is that fair?
No.
Maybe we should. How many minutes should we do before you can drink something?
even on hot ones, you get like milk and stuff.
Yeah.
So you can have that if you want to. Okay. Yeah, you can't. Like, I was just thinking some of those man versus foods. You just got to eat it. You got to get it down. If you chase it with something, it's okay.
You got to know how to handle hot stuff to do that usually. Like,
this stuff, like when you taste it, Tyler, it's not hot at all. So you put it in your mouth, chew it up. Oh, this ain't hot. And then it goes building, and it just keeps going and going. I'm like, it just keeps building. And it don't stop. It's like, wow, that's a tits. But then when it does, it's like, oh man, that wasn't bad at all. I think I'll try it again. It's one of those things, I don't know. It's the Reaper. I wouldn't eat one of those peppers. Like, there's no way I would eat one of those peppers. Just take a bite of the whole pepper.
That sounds exactly like me and margaritas. Just keep going.
I just keep going. Uh-oh.
And then a few days later, I'm like, it wasn't that bad. Let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. Oh, margaritas.
So your recipe this week, we actually did 2 recipes.
Yep.
We had Chad come in. We did a reverse sear steak on 2 Traegers and chicken and Brussels sprout dinner on a Traeger.
On a Traeger. Yeah, those are good recipes. I just like for somebody to come in and share something they like to cook with me. So the cool thing about that ribeye video, I was impressed with that little tailgater Ranger Traeger
That's one of my
grill.
questions.
That thing is cool, man. It holds like 7 pounds of pellets. It'll go up to 450 degrees. You can do all kinds of stuff on it. You can put some grill grates on it and get you a little sear going if you want to do steaks. But you can cook a pork butt on it. I mean, you can cook all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
and for on the go. I mean, you're not going to use that in your backyard. But if you're one of these guys that likes to go camping, deer hunting, trail riding, you're out at the ball game with your kids, you're tailgating.
I'd take it with me on vacation.
Yeah.
Because it's small enough.
Yeah, you could
take it on
definitely.
vacation.
You can take it to the beach.
Yeah.
Do stuff right there at the beach on it.
But
'cause it don't weigh much. It's like a suitcase.
Yeah. And you can set it up.
You got to have power, but it'll run off an inverter. It don't take much. Once the rod gets hot, it's not pulling much power.
You can set it up, put your pork butt on it, go to the beach. Because it's a pellet grill,
Let it roll, come back. Got barbecue.
Most of the other portable grills are charcoal or,
Mm-hmm.
It's
pretty slick.
Is this the first pellet grill you've seen that's effective and portable?
At that size? The Chimp.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the Chimp.
Grilla has the Chimp, and it's pretty portable, too. The legs fold up, and it's, you can move it pretty easy, too.
Is it about the same weight as the Ranger?
It's heavier. It's heavier,
it is.
Yeah. The Ranger weighs less than 50. I keep getting these spam calls, man. I'm sick of these. Your warranties due. But it's about the same. It weighs less than 50 pounds. It's for one person to, if you think a sack of feed corn or something, that's about what it weighs. That's how I judge stuff. That's how much a sack of feed weighs.
No, I thought it was really cool. So do you have to have 2 grills to do that reverse sear?
No. You just
put
need
it on
to.
one and then you.
So the reason why I did that is like, well, we could take that off and do it on Traeger, throw some grill grates on there, take the steak off, rest it, bring the temp up. But he had that Ranger in the truck, and I was like, why don't you bring that Ranger back here? And so they put the Ranger back there. I said, well, it's set on the counter. Is it going to get it too hot or anything? Because I didn't want to jack my countertop up.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, no, it don't get hot at all. I do this on any kind of surface. I was like, let's see about that. So I put my hand under it. Man, it's warm, but it ain't hot.
Could you
lay your hand on it? It sets off about 1.5 inches probably off the counter, and it didn't phase it at all. So I was impressed with that.
Could you put it on a plastic table?
Yeah.
Really?
I'd say why not?
Like the PK Go, we tried that.
Oh no, yeah, it bubbles. Yeah, no, you could definitely. It wouldn't phase a plastic table. I need to go do one like a quick shot or something with the thermal gun, the infrared gun, see how hot it's getting.
Yeah.
Whatever. Surface temp, but it's not.
We need to bring that Ranger up here and cook lunches more often on that thing.
Yeah, it would be good. It'd be great for that.
We actually have 2.
It has a flat top attachment, so it has like a great surface you can set on, or you can put the cast iron on it, so you could do smash burgers. You could cook a little breakfast or something on there, stir fry.
Now that's cool. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yep, comes with that.
Yeah, because that's perfect for camping.
Oh yeah, it really is.
Making burritos.
Bet it would work off a cigarette. I bet you could get an inverter and work it off a cigarette lighter plug too if you was out, away from stuff.
I mean, where are you going to go where you can't plug something in these days?
Yeah, the beach. If you take it out on the same, but that's what I was saying. You bring one of those little inverters, you could run it, or a little portable generator, one of the little small, handy generators. I mean, you got everything you need to run your. You got music, you got your grill. What more do you need? Cooler beer. You're ready to party.
Heck yeah, that sounds like a good day. With the weather the way it's like today, I'm in. Let's go. Yeah, but you can't be doing chicken that way too.
No, spatchcock chicken. He cut the backbone out, flattened it, seasoned it up. He didn't do anything. He didn't put any oil on the skin or anything. And
He dried it.
Ran it at three. Oh yeah, he dried it with paper towel. What did he run it at? 375. The whole cook. Did the chicken, and then also had room for the pan of Brussels sprouts. It was as good as grilled chicken as you could get.
I think so.
Skin was awesome. That was my favorite part.
The cooking.
He used a couple of his seasonings on it. What was it like? He had like an AP type, the fix. I think it was real. It was kind of
powdery.
Powdery, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it kind of melted in. That seemed like it'd be good for dry brining. It just kind of melts in, and then the other one was rocks or something like that.
I think.
But it was kind of a coarser, more. It reminded me. You know what that reminded me of? You know that chicken recipe I did where I just did thighs and I did like a hot
spicy Mississippi chicken.
Yeah, mine was coarser than that, but it had those same kind of flavors in his.
I've been wanting you to bottle that spicy Mississippi chicken recipe.
I told Mark, I gave Mark that recipe.
Oh, okay.
So they might do something. I don't know if he's gonna do something with it or not. He just asked me, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I can come up with something else."
It was good though, because it kind of made a crispy crunch on the outside of that chicken.
It did, and that's what I like about it. It makes a crust. It's almost like it's fried a little bit.
Yeah, I learned something about the Brussels sprouts.
What's
so
that?
He cooked the bacon on top, on the second level.
Yeah,
and let the fat drip down onto the pan of Brussels sprouts, which I thought was smart. And then he pulls the bacon off, chops it up, and he waits to the end to throw his onions on. So they got cooked, but they still had a lot of texture too.
Yep. You get the texture from it.
Mm-hmm. A lot of times I add my onions at the beginning, and they do get a little more mushy than I want. And he added chicken broth.
That's what I was going to say. That's something I've never done with Brussels.
Me either.
And it gave it a more savory flavor.
Mm-hmm.
The moisture pretty much cooks away at that temp.
It kind of gives it a little gravy-ish.
Yeah, but it wasn't like runny though. Like
you couldn't have spooned it over. Yeah, it's not like a gravy
sauce,
like spooning it over. Yeah,
but it kind of thickened up a little bit. And with the balsamic, that was a really good dish.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know, I used to hate Brussels sprouts as a kid. My mom, I wouldn't eat them nothing. They were nasty. I don't know if they were just boiled or steamed or however my mom tried to cook them, and they'd always try to trick you by putting some kind of cheese sauce or something over it. And I was like, I don't care what you say, they're nasty. But now, when you roast them or throw them on the grill, man, I love them. Especially the balsamic flavors.
Michael likes them too when we cook them.
We never put the nasty ones on him. We've always cooked them delicious.
Same thing with broccoli. Yep. He loves broccoli because we roast it and season it. I don't even know if he's ever had like that.
For me, vegetables,
broccoli.
I'm not a steamed vegetable guy, but if you give me a good grilled or roasted vegetable, I'm all about it.
It brings out a better flavor.
It does. Well, I think you keep more of the nutrients in there than boil, especially boiling it. But been steaming it, I don't know. Steaming just gets it too limp and soft. It softens everything up.
Yeah.
I like it to have more of like more of a texture on top with the vegetable flavor inside it.
I agree. And we also aren't shy with seasonings either, so we make it taste good.
That's right. And bacon. Makes everything taste better.
Some white barbecue sauce would have really set that dish off.
Chicken. I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, man, this had the white. If he finished it off with the white sauce.
But that's a great way to cook chicken. I've never had one of those spatchcocked, smoked on like a pellet grill, high temp chickens that wasn't just juicy and delicious.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You remember when Lambert came back and did one on the Red Box? That was one of the best chicken videos, or the best. That chicken, I mean, we ate that. I think he cooked two of them that day, and it was just devoured in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was so good. That reminded me a little bit of that.
Well, he also, one thing that I really liked that Lambert did that day was he created a nest of herbs.
It gave it way more flavor. And then he chopped that up, kind of made a little dry herb seasoning that went with it, and it was just good. Which one was? But it also protected it.
It also protected it, from the heat because he was cooking it almost directly over some coals. You
could do that on pellet grill. Build your little nest and set that spatchcock on.
Definitely. You'd get the flavor. Yeah.
Because it's going to dry it out. The heat's coming. I mean, it ain't direct, but it's coming from the bottom hard. Especially when you got it ramped up 375. You could have glazed that chicken, turn it into like a barbecue spatchcock chicken if you wanted to.
Yeah. So when you start glazing chicken like that, the skin, I think, suffers a little.
Yeah, it's not good and crispy like it was with just the seasoning on it.
Yeah.
Or as crispy as you could get on a grill.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like fried, but it's close.
So that steak that you cooked, what cut was it, and where did it come from?
Those were some like of Kevin's Wagyu ribeye steaks that he had sent me. Like, I want you to try these. He was just like, he was impressed by how good they were. And I had them in the freezer. And Chad said he was breaking that grill. And he said, man, we might want to cook something while that chicken cooks. And I said, well, we can do another video if you want to. I got 2 steaks. It'll be perfect for us all to cut up. Because, I mean, there's several people there hanging out.
Yeah.
We just cut them up into bites, but they were really, you couldn't hardly mess those steaks up.
They were very good.
I wouldn't say that was the best possible way to cook a ribeye, because, you know, those on a PK grill over some charcoal would have been phenomenal. They were good. Don't get me wrong. Reverse sear is great. I love it. It gets a lot more flavor in there. You can slow it down.
It's easier to nail.
And then, and then the sear process, he's just getting some marks on it. We didn't go through the whole technical way of doing it, you know, the way I probably would have, but it was good. The meat was good. I don't know if I was hungry or what, but it was fantastic. It wasn't picanha good, but it was good.
It's hard to beat that beef. So I've seen a lot of people asking in the community, especially, is Wagyu worth the money?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is it? It's the best you'll ever eat.
Yeah.
Can you eat it every day? You better not. You're gonna live a long life. But is it worth the money? Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a splurge.
It ain't even compare. It don't even compare. You know, don't even think of it like you're buying just a regular steak from the grocery store. You're getting creme de la creme, finest of the fine, the meat of kings. That's what you're getting there. Kings. I mean, for real, it is. I mean, it's like that's the high dollar stuff.
It will ruin you.
It will ruin you. Yeah, you'll be like, dang. All of a sudden, you're gonna get picky, finicky, ain't you? Won't eat nothing but 9 lives Wagyu. Morris.
It'll be like Morris.
It'll be like Morris the cat. Yeah, I'll eat nothing but 9 lives. If I could eat it all the time, I would, but I wouldn't make it very long.
My mom's gotten a little.
She's getting picky about it. She came and got hold of that pecan, and so Shell's mom came up, and she lives down in Jackson, so it's only about 3 hours away. So she comes up for the weekends pretty regular, you know, sometimes once a month at least. But she came up for the grand opening. We got up early and stayed out, went to bed, got up early.
Yeah, we weren't at the house very much.
So she came up Saturday morning, and she said, Malcolm, what was that beef that was in the refrigerator? She said, that was the best thing I've ever had in my life. And I said, oh, so what beef you talking about? And I forgot that I had some picanha still in there. I said, you tried that picanha, didn't you? She says, what? She didn't know what I thought. She didn't know what picanha was. I said, it's like, you know, it's like a sirloin. It's like the top cap of a sirloin steak. She said, that's not sirloin. I said, no, that's Wagyu picanha, which is technically. But she was like, she didn't know what she was eating, and she said that she had never had beef. She didn't know beef could taste like that.
Yeah,
and I was glad she got to try that. Honestly,
it was really, really good.
And then she wouldn't know what to think. She'd have tried it fresh that day. This was it 5 days later? What day did we cook that on?
Something like that. Yeah,
Monday, and she tried that on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Shoot, it was 6 days in the fridge. It was still that good.
When do you say it's too long? Like, when do you throw it out?
6-7 days. You know, that's right.
Yeah. So she got it at the end.
She got it towards the end. I mean, I'm sure she. I don't. I'm imagine
it wasn't too many
up.
pieces left.
No,
yeah,
it was enough.
And it would have been gone if we hadn't been so busy last week.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was still in there. I'd have eat it for lunch. You know how stuff is. You go to the fridge with it, and it's like, okay, we're doing this today, this today, this today. So you don't even think about what's in there. I mean, we had pork butt in there. I don't know what else in there. It was like some jerk chicken I did was still in there. I made a jerk because we did make a jerk chicken salad.
I wanted to talk about. So tell me about your jerk chicken salad.
Ooh.
It was kind of my idea.
So when I came back from Jamaica, we did the jerk shrimp recipe. I had so much of that marinade made over that I just bought a cut up chicken from the store. It was just 8 pieces of chicken. I threw all that marinade on it and just fired up my Weber grill and seared it on the Weber and moved it over to the Traeger just to finish up the temp. And then when it come off, we ate. I think we tried it.
Yeah, we tried a piece.
Yeah, tried a piece and threw it in the fridge. Bagged it up to in the fridge because we'd had shrimp that day, and I forget what else we were doing.
And that
I really just wanted to cook it to see what that marinade would turn out like.
You were just testing.
If it was good as the jerk chicken I had at Jerk Shack in Montego,
it was better.
It was better. It was really better. And so the next day, I ate one of the breasts for lunch. I was like, man, this is so freaking good. It was hot, spicy, juicy, and then the rest of that chicken. I said, "Joe, what are we going to do with this?" And you said, well, let's make chicken salad. So I think I pulled it all, and you boiled the eggs, all the stuff, and then you whipped it up.
And it was like mayonnaise, boiled eggs.
Traditional.
Yeah.
Celery.
Very traditional.
Yeah. Nothing crazy in it, just with the meat from that jerk chicken and some of the
But
spices
instead of
got mixed in
adding
there.
like a salt and pepper, like I normally salt and pepper, maybe add something else, AP or TX to it. I use the jam and jerk for the seasonings to give it a really strong jerk flavor. Not even a strong jerk flavor, but a good jerk
You knew
flavor.
it was jerk chicken.
Yes.
I did not think your mom would like that. I think she took the rest of it with her.
I'm like, you probably need to throw that away.
It's been in there a week, 2 weeks probably. She's like, no, that's good chicken salad. I said, well,
It was.
I didn't think she'd like jerk, but it was
I want to make a recipe out of that, like a real recipe out of jerk chicken
Yeah, we
salad.
could do it.
That'd be so good on sandwiches in the summertime.
TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be a good one
Tik-
for TikTok. For sure.
We
I can
got
see that.
a Trace Major. Is that how you say that in the fridge?
There's a Trace Major. Yeah. There's something. What's the other cut that Lonnie's Meat Market brought us from?
It was just,
Arlington?
it's just two.
Oh, it was 2 Trace Majors?
Yeah.
Okay. That's something I had never cooked.
Yeah, I know.
had it up at Certified Angus Beef.
I'm
Saw where it
excited
came
about trying
from.
it.
They say it's a poor man's filet. Eats like a filet, but it comes out of the shoulder area.
Yeah, it's a small.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about the size of an inner loin. Not even filet mignon. It looks more like a deer inner loin or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try that. It looks marbled. It looks good.
It kind of gave me the look of a hanger steak, kind of.
Yeah,
A little bit,
but just a different shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit bigger, a little bit same kind of tubular look to it. I got to cook that.
I'm
That'll be on tap this weekend. That
Yeah.
might be, Saturday or Sunday lunch or something. Trace Major.
So we are doing a crawfish
Butter-
class.
Yes, we're having our first.
Cooking crawfish this weekend, but that's just for us.
It's crawfish season. What better way to start a class with a crawfish class? Not only are you going to learn how to cook the best sack of crawfish you've ever ate in your life, you're going to get to hang out with about 29 other people and eat all this crawfish, all the fixings. You're going to learn how to make some of Mikey's famous crawfish bread. We're going to teach you how to make a remoulade to go with it for a dipping sauce. We're going to show you how to use some of those leftover sides to make a really awesome potato salad. We're going to show you how to make a hot crawfish dip. What's some of the other stuff? We're going to show you how to
Jambalaya?
make an authentic Cajun jambalaya in a big pot. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
What's the date on that?
April 10th.
April 10th.
We're doing it at the shop. Malcolm will be here. Mark will be here.
We're limiting it to 30 people.
Yeah.
It will be a sign up somewhere. And we'll probably make it available locally first and then open it up to people that want to travel in.
But we're gonna.
Then
That's another one of those. We try to hurt you.
Oh, yeah. It's crawfish, man. You got to get.
We're gonna try.
If you leave out of here and not
If you leave here
looking
and
for
go to
the closest
Wendy's,
bed, something's wrong.
if you leave here and go to Wendy's, we have not done our job.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, don't come if you don't like crawfish. It's not going to be ribs. It's going to be crustacean heavy. It's going to be freshwater crustacean heavy.
But and you
That's
are
going to be a lot of fun.
yeah, and you're cooking crawfish this weekend, personal
Yeah, we're going to be cooking them
every
from
week.
now to June, until I get sick of crawfish. But that's Mark's wanting to do a video, so I'm gonna go to his house and we're gonna do one. We're gonna do a video for what's his channel, Swan Life BBQ.
Yep.
On YouTube, so y'all can look for that next week probably.
And you got turkey season coming up.
Oh,
So this
I
is
got
my
old
thing.
Bushy. Old Bushy showed up yesterday afternoon on camera. I got a target one.
What's a bushy?
He just got old bushy beard on and dragging the ground.
Ah,
He's a
okay.
daggum ground dragger.
So this is my thing.
We're going to get him.
You don't have
Saturday.
enough going on.
No, it's youth season open Monday. I ain't been. I was going to take Michael.
Yeah.
Michael's going to get old Bushy. We're going to go get him Saturday. Watch. Then I'm going to go cook crawfish video. If it ain't raining. If it's raining, they won't act right. But
What do you?
he's out there. Let me look at my camera right now.
Do you have
He's
any?
still out there walking around.
Do you have any recipes for wild turkey? What would you do if you
Yeah.
got a turkey?
Wild turkey and Sprite's really good
And
on the No, we cook it. I mean, you cook the breast of them.
yeah,
Most of the time we just do it like chicken strips.
yeah,
You
turkey fries.
soak it in a little buttermilk, and then put it in egg wash and It's really good. I mean, I guess you could grill it and stuff, but it's wild turkey, so it's different. It's a little different. Oh, he ain't woke up yet. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, it's deer. I got excited because my turkeys had disappeared on me after deer season. Like, where are they at? They come back yesterday.
So is it turkey mating season, or?
Yeah, it will be.
Is that why?
It's finna kick off spring. Yeah.
Do they mate once a year?
Mm-hmm. They have one
Like
clutch,
deer?
one clutch of eggs, and
Really?
usually, I think it's like 18 to 24 eggs or something. It might be more than that in a turkey nest, and then they rear them up and survive the winter. And the ones that don't get killed by coyotes and foxes and bobcats and the raccoons don't find the nest, or the bush hogs don't run over them, they survive. It's very low numbers that survive. Usually.
Yeah, that's when they have 18 eggs, so they can get 2 or 3.
Hopefully, yeah. We have a pretty good population in Mississippi. Mississippi's got a great turkey population, though, and I'm not a turkey hunter. I don't even know anything about turkey hunting, but I'm going to get me one. I don't know if I'll actually get one. I'm gonna try to get Michael. He's gotten into it, so got him like the owl call, the locator calls, where I'm kind of blowing an owl call and blowing a crow call, so we can shock them and hopefully get them to gobble at us. Then we're going to try to sneak in there and got a little box call and a slate call, and I can blow a mouth call a little bit. But
you got him.
I'm not. I don't know if we're going to get a turkey or not.
You're going to have.
It sounds like a good time.
You're going to go have fun. Yeah. You got him a box call for Christmas and put it under, and I wrapped it up. We put it underneath the tree, and he kept going over there saying, "I don't know what this gift is," and he'd pick it up and shake it, and he'd shake it and it'd go. He'd just gobble, and he'd be like, "I don't know what it is."
You think he really didn't know? He was playing dumb.
No.
Just be.
And it would tickle me so bad. He'd shake it and he'd gobble like a turkey, and he'd say, "I don't know what it is."
He's excited about turkey season. I think he just likes going out.
Yeah, he does. So what else do you have coming up? We got Easter. We got hams on deck.
Yep, we got hams coming up. I've got. I'm going to do a outlaw rib video. I've got. We're doing some TikTok stuff. Me and Tyler are going to go shoot probably a ribeye steak video and a dessert. I'm going to do some slutty brownies.
Can we change the name?
No, extra slutty. I'm going to make them extra slutty. Can I call them thick girl brownies? That's my thick girl brownies. The skinny girls don't get none of these. I'm just guaranteed you turn you thick. Yeah, I like that. I kind of like that.
That's
my extra thick brownies. They're luscious, tender.
What kind of steak are you cooking?
It's just gonna be a ribeye. I'm just gonna do one for TikTok. I don't have one on there. Like
just straight up
seared, grill grates, tied up, season it. How you like me now style. Did you some of this?
Yeah, just a straight up how you cook a steak for dinner.
Yeah. Or anytime you get steak hungry. I got some more stuff on calendar. I don't have that calendar in front of me. I don't know. I kind of try to line it out for the next few weeks anyway.
Well, we got our ham recipe. What are you doing for Easter ham?
I'm gonna do.
Is that what you're doing? A ham for Easter?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna do a brown sugar Dijon glazed, whole, not spiral cut ham. Just kind of a classic take on an Easter ham. If I can catch some rabbits, I'm going to cook some rabbits.
We have 2 frozen rabbits.
I don't know if they're still in there. I looked the other day. Okay. I couldn't find them rabbits. They hopped out. I don't know if somebody got them or.
It's possible.
I don't know. Yeah. But that's what I got coming up. I'm excited. It's going to be a fun spring.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Spring break is next week. St. Patrick's Day is next week. Right? Am I wrong?
It is, but this is
you're going to be gone
after it.
I don't know if you realize this, but this will be the first St. Patrick's Day that I've been solo in 15 years.
Yeah, but I used to go and hang out.
I'm going to drink like an Irishman. Green beer's on me. It's going to be fun, Tyler. You want to trail me?
Sounds like a plan.
It's going to start about lunchtime, though. I'll be done by 5. I got all these big aspirations. I know I got to work Thursday, so.
That's normal. He likes to start early and end early.
It's Ben Pickle's birthday. I always get the birthday text from him,
Yeah.
Or come out and drink a beer with him on his birthday. So I'm going to go buy him a green beer somewhere. Everybody celebrates his birthday, 17th of March, if you're Irish. Pickles sounds like an Irish name. You think he's Irish?
He's something.
He's something. Well, that's what I got coming up. If you're out and about, want to have a green beer.
Stop by the shop. Come check out the shop.
That's right. Come check out the shop. We're going to have it open Saturday. I don't know if they're going to be doing some demos on Saturday night. I'm going turkey hunting.
Yeah, I don't know if we're doing any this weekend, but we're going to start trying
Next
to do...
weekend, I will be here 11 to 2. I'm going to fire up the grills and do something outside. Nothing to scale. This is just nothing pre-planned. It's just going to be...
We're just going to cook some stuff.
Yeah. Just have a
very
grill
low-key demo.
They told me I got to come in. I said, we got to fire up a grill.
11 to 2 next...
Saturday.
Coming Saturday.
Yeah, not this Saturday, next Saturday.
Actually, it'll be... Well...
20th. I think. If the weather's good. You know, that's always contingent.
Well...
Where can they find us, Shell? I got caught up in my thoughts for a second.
Yeah. They can, if they like, blah, blah, blah.
So, Shell, where can everybody find us before we get out of here?
If you'd like to connect with Malcolm, it's HowtoBBQRight on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and, of course, YouTube. If you'd like to connect with me, it's Miss Southern Shell on Instagram.
That's right. And we appreciate y'all hanging out with us here at How to Barbecue Right. Podcast edition. We gone.